Well, hi everybody. She's back. Um, I hope everybody's doing great out there tonight. We should just be enjoying every second of every day. You know, that's what life's about, is living in the now. And I don't know about you all, but I have trouble reminding myself of that sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, I just think, oh, I'm just not going to take that walk, or I'm not going to do this because laziness? I don't know. I'll always find some silly excuse, and then I get so aggravated at myself later because I miss so much joy. And that's what life's about, is being joyful, and we need to remember to do that. And to keep our head out of the news. I know mine's up at too far, and I'm going to quit it. I'm going to quit it. I'm doing a little better. Really laid off the corporate stuff, and you know, but anyway, if anybody wants to my name's Lynn, if you've never watched my channel before, and please hit subscribe, like, and share. And I do political tarot. I been reading cards for 50 years or more, and probably more. I want to be honest. And love doing it. And I do personal readings, which I absolutely love to do. And if anybody wants a personal reading, my email is lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. And that's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com, and that's readings with an S. And send me an email, put your phone number in there, and I'll get right back to you and set up an appointment. And I've been pretty busy doing readings, but I do have some openings. And if you wanted to get in quick for something, sometimes people seem like they're in a hurry, and let me know, you know, if you feel like it's that it's time limited, and I'll get back with you quicker even. So, and I've been pretty busy, but that's how I like to be. I like to be busy. Besides that, I need to be busy. I just went in to do a little test on my heart, and I've got really good insurance. It's here in San Diego. It's scanned. It's connected to Scripps Hospital, and they didn't tell me. Usually it's $35 copay no matter what they do, and I went in there and it was a $300 copay. So I'm just glad I had the money. I mean, I didn't have to pay it right before I went in. It's not like I don't have any credit, but I was just glad that I could pay it. So anyway, I'm going to quit talking about that kind of stuff. They're still trying to figure out whether they're going to be able to operate on my knee or not. And I just want to tell everybody hi, let you know how I love your comments. Love the comments. If there's something you want me to read on, put it in your comments, and I'll try to get it out and read on it. I know I don't always do that. I was going over some questions today with my friend Mark Rhodes. He's a sweetie. And he always encourages me to do more readings. He called me up and said, when are you going to do another reading? It's time. And I thought, you know what, you're always right about that. So bless his heart. He's a jewel. So I decided I'd do one, even though it's almost 11 o'clock. I was going to do one early this morning. But we all know how that goes. I'm just a night person. My mind don't even start working until the sun goes down. And I haven't even gone for my walk today, so I still got to do that too. Maybe when I'm transferring this afterwards. So I get the silliest things that come to me, and I know it's from my guides. But you know, years ago I read several books on the FDA and how they do so, you know, literally get payoffs for putting something through, for approving something. And it wasn't like this $100,000 was given to this person for approving this product. That wasn't how they did it. It was like with Sweet and Low. That was one of the hardest things for them to get through because it was, you know, it's rat poison. It was really bad for people, and they knew it. And in fact, even some of the, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Coca-Cola held out the longest after it was approved to even put it in their product because they knew that it wasn't good for people. But that's what's in Diet Coke. And so they had tried to put it through there a couple of times. And then all of a sudden, they decided to do it one more time. And this time, too, the people that had been voting against it voted for it. And it went through. And then it wasn't even, I don't even think it was 10 days, even less, it was less than 3 weeks after that. The two of the people working for the FDA quit and went to work for Monsanto. Pretty sure that was the company that was making it at that time. Anyway, if it wasn't them, it was that other big chemical company. And you know, it's just amazing. And like they did the same thing with Splenda. Same thing, is it wouldn't go through, but it went through quicker. Went through there, and that was the quickest thing approved. I think it was only about 3 days to approve it. But the same thing happened on that. As somebody that had been voting against it, voted for it the second day or something, and that person ended up going to work for the company that makes it not very long after that. So that would probably bore a lot of you, but I was thinking about that in these shots. I was wondering if there's a reverse to that, and this is just me because my mind never shuts up. If maybe there was a reverse to that and somebody was paying them not to approve these COVID shots. I mean, they've been approved for emergency, but not to go ahead and approve them. I was wondering if they were getting money from the right or something to hold it up as long as they could, although that would be almost the same as murder as far as I would be concerned. But anyway, the more I find out about people, the more I'm just in awe. So like I say, that's just food for thought, and I hope y'all are doing good out there. I'm going to put my glasses on and see what I was going to read on here. If you're going to use an artificial sweetener, the best one's stevia. I imagine y'all know that. At least it's a natural. Comes from a natural leaf. Okay, a lot of people have wrote in and asked me on my emails even if they're going to have a legitimate hearing on January 6th, or if they're going to, after all this, being told no, nobody wanting to help them, the Republicans not wanting to go with them, if they're going to let the Republican people put people in there on that committee like Jim Jordan and stuff. He needs to be called up in front of that committee. But, which to me is saying, is this going to be serious or is this going to be bullshit? So, how should I ask this? Is the hearing going to bring out Is it going to expose anything or anybody? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is the hearing that the House is supposed to do on January 6th going to expose anybody? Can expose them? Should get them arrested. Is it really going to bring out information? Is it what's going on with that? Let's just ask what's going on with that. Not hopefully they're going to have it, but is it going to be productive? What are they going to find? What are they going to find? That's what we'll ask. What are they going to find? That's like a Libra. What's that, 5 words? What are they going to find? That's what I should have wrote it down ahead of time instead of going through paragraph after paragraph trying to figure out what to ask. What are they going to find? Is it going to be serious, and what are they going to find? That's what I wanted to know, if it was going to be serious. But let's see what they're going to find. So this is on that hearing. Well, it looks like it's going to come forward faster than we thought it was. Maybe they're not going to muck around with it too long. We got the Chariot for the signifier. Wow. And there's a lot of work being done on it already. There's a lot of energy. That microphone's cutting into me. It doesn't usually. There's a lot of energy and a lot of work being done on it already. Maybe this is. Let's just hope that Miss Nancy comes through. I'm being a smart ass there, but let's hope that she does put her foot down if they try to put a bunch of assholes on there. The foundation of this is a lot of work. So you know what? I have a feeling that maybe even these Democrats, a lot of people call them do-nothing Democrats, and I'm a Democrat, and I'm not. Damn sure don't like the Republicans better. But maybe they're going to really do something and really work on this. Look at this. We got the 10 of Wands here, backed up by the 8 of Wands. All this information they've got coming after them, and it's coming in a hurry. So, looks like they're going to work really hard at this. So maybe they will just not allow or not accept some of the nominations that the Republicans want to put on there. They're ridiculous and not serious people. Well, the past influence on this is because what's causing this to start with is because they came in with violence and tried to take over the Capitol. So that's not surprising. Let's hope that this is the Democrats coming in with a purpose and actually subpoenaing people to come in and answer questions and making them show up or either go to jail. Let's hope that's authority, because that's an authority card. It's the past. They haven't been very authoritative in the past about nothing. It looks like they're looking through some information that has to do with overseas. What I'm hoping, personally, that if they do find out that some of the money and the influence for this came from overseas, that they actually use it in the investigation and don't push it aside. Because it's like, kind of like that first impeachment of Trump. It's whatever. Just not using all the information they could have. Let's hope they use everything, whether it's from overseas or here. If they did it right, look at this. We got the Wheel of Fortune here for the near coming future on this. If they did it right, they could change a lot of points of views. No matter how much screaming the right did or right-wing media, all the lies and stuff they spread, no matter what they spread, this would really make an influence on the whole world, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, which is a total change in the energy. And it would be nice to have this energy change around that. I don't like this, because this is in the 7th house for the reading for this investigation. We got the 3 of Swords. And I'd like to look at that and just say, oh, that's all the people getting in trouble that didn't think they were going to get in trouble or something like that. It would be fun to read it that way. But I don't like the fact that the 3 of Swords is in the 7th house for this reading, because it makes me feel like there might be a lot of disappointment. Or maybe this is the disappointment. It's got the Wheel of Fortune right over it. It could be just the disappointment this is going to cause, because the truth is going to come out. We're going to have to wait and see what comes around this and what the clarifier is on it. Because we got the 3 of Swords in the 7th house for this. But the 6th house was the Wheel of Fortune, so things are going to change. So maybe we'll just get the right emphasis and the right energy on the truth, instead of all the bullshit that's going out every day from all these people that are trying to overthrow our democracy. The energy around that, I like this, is justice. So this is the environment and the people around this and close by. So maybe, could be that justice is going to break some hearts, because people don't want to know the truth, but they're going to find it out. But because we've got justice surrounding this. I love the idea we got the justice here, and we got the Wheel of Fortune coming up in the near future. That means the worm's going to turn. This investigation's got Trump scared to death. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes planning done in this, and he was right in the middle of it. This was something that he's not going to be able to deny. They'll never, whatever, try to call him in or anything. I don't know why. They should have. If it had been anybody else in the United States, they'd have had him in jail the day after this insurrection, and he would have still been there waiting trial. But anyway, he's worried about it. Let's hope that he should be worried about it. And the outcome is the Page of Swords. I'm going to call this Michael coming through to help. I'm going to call this Michael coming through to help the outcome. And I'm going to draw a clarifier on this, but I'm going to draw it from this other deck over here. So what are you doing there, Michael? Are you coming through to help justice come through? We already got justice. We got justice, the environment around this and the people around it. But we got you there as the outcome. And I kind of like the idea that you there with your sword making a clean cut. Maybe they'll have the facts so good on this that they won't be able to deny it. Well, we know they got clear pictures of everything. We already know that. I think I'm going to turn this light over here this direction a little bit, just in case. We know that they already got this. And we got the King of Swords. That could be justice and very precise. And the truth that a lot of people doesn't want to accept. But it's going to be known around the world what really happened there. So it looks like they are going to do a pretty good investigation. I sure hope these cards are right. I sure hope they're right. That would make me feel so good. So it shows them going forward with this fastly. It shows that they have all kinds of information, all kinds of subpoenas, all kinds of indictments. They've already been working hard on it. They do want justice to come through on it. They are going to find out there's people from other countries, money, information, something brought through from other countries on this. It's going to change the outlook. It's going to change our politics a little bit. Some people that were... anyway, it's going to change the minds of people in the right way. It's going to really hurt some feelings. Some people are going to feel like they were stabbed right in the heart because they thought they got away with this and they got caught. Because justice is going to come through. I'm so glad that justice came out under that Three of Swords. There's going to be a lot of fingers pointed at Trump before this is over. And it looks like Michael and his sword's going to be there to bring the truth forward. They've got pictures of everything and proof of everything for justice to come through. It's going to be a bitter pill for some people to swallow, but of course they won't swallow it, they'll just deny it. But the whole world is going to know what happened and what's behind this before that's all through. Let's just hope, I really hope and pray that these cards are right on that, because those cards are good. Good cards, good cards. The only one that wasn't good was the Three of Swords, and then when I seen the cards around it, explained it perfectly. So it looks like they are going to do something good with this. There was some stuff that was supposedly leaked to The Guardian, which is a pretty good newspaper. They do check references really good. And it came from the Kremlin, supposedly. And it was saying that that Putin had compromise on Donald Trump. Surprise, surprise! Like anybody watching this channel would be surprised about that. But what I'm surprised about is that it got leaked. And who leaked it, why'd they leak it? So I'm not going to go into 100,000 questions on this. At this time and place in our history and times, what's Putin thinking about Trump? Because the only way that could have got leaked is if Putin wanted it leaked. So I'm assuming that he leaked it or had it leaked. It couldn't be some kind of warning. It might be some kind of warning for him to keep his frickin' mouth shut, because they know that he might end up getting called into court even if he don't want to. I can't imagine anybody calling him into court, because they're all a bunch of pusses as far as I'm concerned. It's running half of this stuff. But that could be what's behind it. Putin could be worried about Trump's mouth. But what's he thinking of Trump right now? What's Putin thinking of Trump at this time? Thinking he's got a lot of pictures and evidence on him. Proof. That means he's got tapes, films, whatever. Paperwork. Probably all the... Even when he talked to Putin personally and didn't think there was somebody else in the room, it was probably all taped and on a microphone off of Putin's body or something. So, Putin's thinking he's got the goods. Definitely got the goods on Trump. There's some inner fighting. I didn't think Putin fought with anybody. I thought he just said something and everybody had to do it. But there's some kind of inner fighting going on about it. What he wants to do and what some other people want to do. So maybe that... I don't think it was leaked without his okay. So we got the Ace of Swords. Somebody wants that truth out. Well, somebody in Russia, or either around Putin or Putin himself, or this is supposed to be what Putin thinks of Trump. I think he's just tired of the bullshit. Anyway, he wants the truth out. I don't know why he wants the truth out. I got a picture of Biden here. Or maybe he don't want the truth out. Look at this. We had this. He has all the information. This is the obstacle, our influence over it. Maybe they're fighting to get it out and Putin don't want it out. I don't know. We got the sword of truth. It is so that's telling you that that story's true. That was in the Guardian. It did something. The past influence on the present. We got Biden here. So that is, maybe that's just proven to Biden that Putin does have a lot of control over our elections. I don't think there is any accidents in Russia, but it could have been leaked by accident. Whatever it is, I think Putin's sorry that that information got leaked, or sorry that he didn't leak more. There's something going on here. Something going on here. He's really upset that Trump lost that election. He's really upset that he has to deal with Biden. Where he should be really happy, he's got all the people in the United States almost in a fucking, in a frickin' civil war. Maybe he's trying to get another insurrection pulled or something. Here's something like he's wanting to be the maestro of this band, and he loved the idea of being able to control Trump and have Trump do what he wanted him to do, whether it was almost getting out of NATO and all the other crappy things he did to take away our trust in this world as a nation. This is in the 7th house, so Putin did. I'm going to go back over these and go through them again, but he obviously wanted this information out. I don't know why he wanted it out, but he wanted it out. He was the one that put it out. It's something to do with a future deal he wants to make. He's got some people advising him. This is Putin. He's got some people advising him, people around him that are trying to get him to butter Biden up. Why, I don't know. But they're thinking that not that he can be manipulated like Trump was, but they're thinking there's something that they're wanting, and they're feeling like they're going to get what they want quicker by being friendly to the United States and working with them. Maybe it's to join the G6 or G7, whatever that is, or make it a G7 or an 8. I'm not exactly how that's set up. I don't know how many countries are in there, but Putin's been wanting to join it. I think Putin's afraid that he's going to be pushed out of some deals he wants to make unless things are changed. He doesn't want any more sanctions against his country. He wants to make a deal with Biden. That's what this is. Okay. He does have the evidence. He had to fight a couple of people that are his advisors because they didn't want that information leaked out. It is the truth. Putin wanted it leaked out. He gave it out. He had to fight some people right around him about it. It was the truth. He wants to make some brownie points with Biden. Even though he don't like Biden or the United States or anything else, it's something that he needs to do. He liked the idea of when he had total control when Trump was in, and he's lost that. So he put this information out because there's a deal coming up concerning, there's two different things that he's really wanting from the United States. I don't know what they are, but something to do that would help Russia. Probably, I feel like it's to get him to back off on a lot of the sanctions. And he thinks he can do this by making a deal. And he thinks he'll be able to make a deal more so if he puts out stuff that would help Biden at this time. That doesn't mean that he's going to always put out stuff or that he's going to put out any more on Trump, but that's why he put it out. So that's what was going on there. And yes, it was leaked on purpose, and it was done by Putin. Like I said, he wants to make a deal. He wants to get in on something. There's a double motivation there. You could see the Two of Wands there. There was a double motivation there for him to do that, and that's why it was done. I know a lot of people don't agree with me about Nina Turner, but I think she's a gem. She comes across strong, and she comes across angry, and she comes across a lot of ways. And if you had her background and everything else to go on, you might too. I don't know. I think I would. But is she going to win that race in Ohio? She was so far ahead till Hillary and Nancy and all the Democrats got behind somebody else trying to beat her. They just don't want another progressive in there no matter what, especially somebody as strong a progressive as she is. She really knows how to motivate and get things going faster and forward. I used to be Hillary's biggest fan. I can't believe how much I've changed in the last 4 years since I've done a more deeper dive into politics. Not saying she's bad, I'm just saying that she's corporate, big money. So, Nina Turner, what's going on? Are you going to win your race? We're just going to do this real quick because I know this doesn't, a lot of people aren't interested in this. This is for Ohio, and the reason I'm doing this, it's not, we don't have to wait till the midterms. This is something that's coming up before that. So what's going on there? Is she gonna? Well, if I was just drawing one card, I'd say no. But I'd planned on drawing 4. Let's see, that's the past. She was in the Senate once, or in the Senate, or either in the House at one time. Okay, she's gonna really have to go to higher ground and defend herself. That's what she's doing right now, is going to higher ground and defending herself. Wow. The challenge is to be the winner. This is a winner's card. It's beating the Republicans too. Look at that. And this is the future card on this. We got the 6 of Cups. Well, they go back to how things are in my childhood. She'd have a chance, but I don't know what this is. I'm going to draw a clarifier on it. Should have just drew that one card, I think. Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Rods. She's got a lot of young energy behind her. And another Six of Cups on top of a Six of Cups. These are all cards of youth. So one thing I guess I'm going to have to say, too early to tell. If she does get in, it's the youth that's going to put her in. If she does get in, it's the youth that's going to put her in. Okay, one more. Let's see how this tour of, what my friend Mark wanted on, what this tour of O'Reilly and Trump's gonna get. You know, they're charging to get in this. This isn't a free one. In fact, what was it? They said some of the tickets were $1,400 or something, and I hope that's for the front row seats. I hope they don't charge that much for all of them, or they may not even get anybody in there. And then I heard somebody say $750. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to know what the tickets are selling for. They'll come out with that pretty quick if they haven't already. But is it going to be a success? Or are they going to be able to fill stadiums up to see O'Reilly and Trump together? Are they going to be able? Will this be a success? It's a fool's errand. It's a fool's errand. It's not going too good already. It may not even get off the ground. They're fighting over how to do this, maybe how to divvy up the money. Trump probably wants it all, but there's already a fight going on among their promoters or whatever about this. And the fight's about the money. The future's about the money. And this is an ace, and that's the future. So they could get it on the road. Whether they can keep it on the road, I don't know. That's not very much money for them to share. Just an ace. Just an ace of coins isn't very much for O'Reilly and Trump to share. Yeah, it don't look like it's going too far. Look like the money's going to peter out right away. People are not going to be wanting to pay to get in to see those two. So that's what it looks like going to be going on with that. That people aren't going to want to pay to get in to see them. The only thing, but I guess Alex Jones said he gave over $500,000 towards that insurrection. Somebody wanted to know if he was going to get in trouble for it, and I kept thinking I doubt it very much if he did it. Where in the hell did he get $500,000 to give to that? I know he didn't even have money for child support, according to him, a few years ago. So they want to know if he was going to get in trouble for that. I'm not even sure he did that, but I'm just going to draw 4 cards and see here. Well, it shows him being a winner in the past. How far past was this? A winner among who? In the present, he's laying awake nights wondering about what to do. I don't think it's anything to do with that, because I don't think he had any money to give to them, even though he was mouthing off about it. He's really working hard to get... his influence and name and stuff back in the media. Didn't he get taken off TV or something? If I'm not mistaken, he got taken off YouTube or something. Well, that's why he was trying to lash his wagon to Trump. He really wanted Trump to stay in there because he thought he was going to get him back in the spotlight. So I'm going to draw one more to see if he's going to get in any trouble. Well, he really gave the money. He's going to get in trouble. So maybe that'll come out. Maybe that's going to come out in that other reading I did. If he did put the money in, he's a hanged man. If he put it in there and they can trace it back to him, he will be in trouble. So, and I guess this is the Democrats coming after him. I was wondering what that first card was. So that was the basis of the reading. Anyway, I love you all, and I want to thank you for being so patient with me and so kind and so sweet, and for your donations, and for the ones of you that do want readings from me. I love doing the readings. I get super high doing them. I just love doing them. So don't forget to email me, lynntarotreadings@gmail.com, lynntarotreadings@gmail.com, if you want a personal reading. And keep your nose out of that political stuff on TV, because it's just going in circles anyway. We could probably watch it once a week. But I do think things are going to start happening, and I think I say this every time I get ready to close out. I think Matt Gaetz is getting cuffed. And I want to say one other thing real quick before I go. I have never thought, even before I found out how they were going to drag their feet and not really go after Donald Trump. Did you hear Glenn Kushner's latest one? I agree with him. He was just trying to give him a little push without being nasty, but you could tell he's really getting disgusted too. Anyway, I really never thought Trump would ever be in jail. I thought he might end up losing his company, because he had already lost his name. You know, a lot of people didn't want to be associated with his name, and that was his company, even if they hadn't went after him. But for the last 4 or 5 days, every time I've seen Trump, I've seen him in an orange jumpsuit. I can't even think about him. Even when I try to throw it out of my mind, I just see him in an orange jumpsuit. So next time I read, I'm gonna have to remind myself to read on that, and ask myself, why am I seeing him like that? I hope it's because he'll be in one, but I've never seen him there before. Never even imagined him in one. So where's this coming from? Anyway, I love you all, and let's try just to put out good energy and send good energy, especially toward all these poor people that need to get these shots. Let's get them every night. Just imagine all of them that's been fighting against these vaccines, just holding hands and going and getting them for their children and for their self. That they've got little kids in the hospitals back there on ventilators. Let's pray for an awakening among these people to get out of their trance and this cult, and at least long enough to go get a shot, and then they can go back in it if they want to. Anyway, God bless y'all, and namaste.